Alright, gentlemen, this episode we're going to go over putting your tuned file that we sent you into your device and writing the truck. So we are going to open our email. Alright, so here's this save or this tuned file. Let's see if I can zoom in on it a little bit for you. I'm going to make sure that I do a save as, so that I can select my location. I'm going to go to my desktop to the file I made. It says tunes. I'm going to double click there to open it up, and I'm going to hit save. It says it's finished downloading already, so we're going to close our... oh, sorry, I was going to minimize this, but either way. Alright, now we are going to take our device, plug it in. Make sure when you open My Genius Client that you right click and do Run as Administrator. So right now we are going to open up our My Genius Client, run as admin, allow it. Alright, it's going to initialize communication. Okay, so now we are going to go to Upload to My Genius. Select that button. Alright, it says you can continue with the wizard, hit next. And we are going to come over here on the little square and select where we're going to pull this file from. Now remember, this is why you made the easy folder. So we're going to go to Desktop, the new folder we made called Tunes. And there's one that is mygfile _000_mod_myg. That is the modified file. That's the file that we are going to select. So we'll double click it. It will take a second. Then once it pops up, we're going to hit next. And you can see the note, flex fuel, supercharged, tuned. Obviously yours is probably going to say NA tuned or something of that nature. But just so you get the drift, there's a little note on there. Tells you that it is. We're going to hit confirm. Now it says procedure completed successfully, so now we're going to hit close. We can go ahead, or we'll go ahead and wait a second, let it initialize communication. What I like to do when I do these in person, I mean obviously I normally don't do them in person, I tune the vehicles directly from my laptop, but in this situation I'm going to show you what I do if I do them in person or if I'm walking a customer over the phone. Once it is done initializing communication, I'm going to come over here to the big button that says Info. It's the third one down. I click Info. I do this just to make sure that it uploaded the file. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. That way you can always double check, make sure your upload did take. It's not very often that it won't take, but I mean, there is a possibility. So I would prefer you guys know that it's on there before you walk out to the truck, especially if it's cold like it is today. Alright, so over here, this is status info, and it gives you everything about the controller. On this side, it says mod files. See, it says select a file to show more information, but this is the MG file, or MYG file 0.mod. Alright, has all the data. It also says FFVSC tuned. So obviously, I only put one tune on here. This device will hold 10 tunes, everyone, so if you've got multiple setups, like a lot of my drag race guys, they run a small tire like a 28 or 26 or a 30 when they drag race, and then, you know, their daily driver, they're on factory size tire, which is about a 32, or, you know, even on the lifted trucks they'll be on 34s, whatever. So we can store more than one tune in here. That way, if you have multiple tunes for like drag racing and for driving and different tire setups, you can have more than one in here. But that's why it gives you the option to select. But either way, there's only one. Yes, the tuned file is in there. So we're going to go ahead and hit close. We're going to go ahead and close our software. We're going to unplug the device from the cable, and we're going to go out to the truck. Sorry about the firearm, guys. I just didn't have anything to prop this up on. Just trying to make it a little easier to see for you. So we're going to go ahead and plug our device into the truck. I did leave the cable in here. Trying to see if I can get the sunlight off of it. I left the cable in here, obviously. You don't need to do that, but in this situation I did it because it makes it easier to make the videos. Alright, so now that we're on it, we're going to select work. We're going to go, now it has the option for writing. We're going to select writing. Alright, the only mod file in there right now is the one that I put in there, so you can see it's FFVSC tuned. We're going to hit OK. Waiting operation in progress. Now it wants me to switch on the dashboard. So again, we will go second click, wait about 5 seconds, then we're going to hit select. It says starting communication. Now this process does take a little bit longer than the read process, because obviously it's going to fully write the ECU this time instead of just read it. Or instead of doing a partial read on it like it did. But we just watch and follow the on-screen instructions. It's changed a couple times now. It says writing preparation in progress, ECU programming, my G file 0.mod. Same file name you saw in the software when we were looking at it. Now we're just going to sit here, hurry up and wait. Sorry guys. This, like I said, this part does take a little longer. And again, I apologize about the mud in my truck. I do actually wheel my truck and we get dirty. Yes, it takes a little while longer. As you see, ECU is still reprogramming. By the way, everyone, just so you know, while it is writing, like while it is writing your ECU, every freaking light in your dashboard is going to be coming on. You're going to think everything's broke. It is normal. Don't worry about it. So the message we have now is turn dashboard off, press OK to continue. So we're going to go all the way off with the dash. We're going to wait a few seconds. We're going to hit OK. It says writing ECU complete or completed. Hit select. Do not just unplug it at that point because it wants to analyze the logs. That way if anything weird happens or anything like that, it can record it and we can have you send them to us. But it's analyzing log in progress. It's saving it. Now it is done. It went back to the main menu. So on that note, the ignition is off. I always recommend turn the ignition on. Wait a good 5 to 10 seconds. Let the ECU see that the sensors are there, that they're working, that they're reading. It makes for a smoother first startup. If you just turn the ignition on and fire it up, half the time they die. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and fire it up. Everything is good and done. It was that simple, y'all. Hope you have a good day.